Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and his fellow EU leaders adopted the European Pillar of Social Rights at a summit focusing on jobs and growth in Sweden today. The document outlines 20 key principles and rights covering education, working conditions and wages, gender equality, affordable childcare, and unemployment insurance.
For us, it is important that the European social model, which has globally proven to be the most successful, rarely can you find this much protection of social rights and workers' rights, as is the case with EU member states, materializes in such a way that it is felt by Croatian workers.
But the most important point is the implementation of the social pillar. For this, we need to look at the future through the next European budget. I am totally in favor of a political budget. If the youth unemployment, the industrial policy, the social pillar is one of the most important targets with immigration and terrorism, we need to have a strategy. We need to invest more in education, research, innovation.
In Parliament today, MPs adopted this year's budget revision. The Peasant Party and Most called for more than the planned €13.4 million to be set aside for the Natural Disaster Relief Fund.
In Slavonia alone, the damage from drought exceeds €67 million, and you've seen the damages from the flooding in Zadar, Nin, and Vir. The amendment is not accepted, as it is not in line with the aforementioned Budget Act.
Plans to refinance Croatia's debts accumulated in building its roads infrastructure were presented in government today. Yesterday, Croatia agreed to a bond issue of almost €1.3 billion under the most favorable conditions to date. The funds will be used to refinance the existing, less favorable loans.
So we will have savings of at least €22 million per year. Why do I say at least? Because the Eurobond was issued with a fixed interest rate for its entire term. We have abandoned any plans to monetize or sell off our highways. We have committed ourselves to financial and operational restructuring. We feel that this is a sustainable project, which has the primary goal of ensuring that our highways stay in Croatian ownership. This economic growth we are seeing and all of the positive indicators from the tourist season to everything else we are witnessing in Croatia is a direct result of the fact that we have a system of highways, and we therefore believe that they represent a massive potential for us.
After returning from Austria today, the final suspect in the bankruptcy fraud and judicial corruption investigation, Milan Lukic, was questioned by anti-corruption prosecutors and then remanded to 1 month's investigative custody. Lukic is implicated in a conspiracy case involving a bankruptcy manager, a commercial court judge, and 3 other suspects arrested on Tuesday, 4 of whom have already been remanded to custody.
He categorically denies any involvement in any illegal activities. As such, he answered all of the investigators' questions and actively participated in the proceedings.
In light of Vukovar Remembrance Day tomorrow, a number of commemorations honoring the military and civilian casualties of the Serbian aggression were held throughout the country today. Homeland war groups visited Vukovar Memorial Cemetery, while candle-lighting ceremonies were held in all major cities.
Even 26 years after the fact, I'm unable to find his remains. I don't think I will live to see the day when I do. I think our children will have to continue the search. For Vukovar, there are still 192 people on the list of those missing from the Homeland War. With regard to the rest of Croatia, then that number is 932 people who disappeared during the Serbian aggression, and we're looking for answers from Belgrade regarding their fate.
Škabrnja is also marking a painful anniversary this weekend. Serb and JNA forces killed 43 civilians and 15 soldiers in the northern Dalmatian village in 1991. President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović paid her respects to the victims today at the memorial marking the mass grave where they were buried.
These are difficult days, but also days of pride, because it was precisely at this time in 1991 that we managed to stop the aggression, and in spite of the fall of Škabrnja and Vukovar, the Greater Serbian project was stopped. Croatia managed to defend itself and ultimately achieve independence.
As far as the war crimes committed in Škabrnja, no one has been held accountable. It is my personal belief that I will die without ever having that moment of satisfaction that somebody be held accountable for Škabrnja. There are always some minor players, but no one has ever called out the people who led these atrocities. For example, Ratko Mladic earned his trade in Škabrnja.
In light of tomorrow's commemorations, the Croatian Journalists Association held a wreath-laying ceremony in honor of all of the journalists and cameramen killed covering the Homeland War. Today is World Prematurity Day, which aims to raise awareness of preterm birth and the concerns of preterm babies and their families. Croatia sees roughly 2,500 preterm births per year. The event was marked at Zagreb's Petra Hospital today.
The risks include damage to the lungs, the brain, primarily some form of permanent neurodevelopmental risks such as cerebral palsy. However, with improved care and modern equipment and a better understanding of preterm risks, we are making progress every day, and these risks are fewer and fewer.
Taking a quick look at sports, the Croatian Tennis Federation confirmed today that the first-round Davis Cup World Group match between Croatia and Canada will take place in Osijek from the 2nd to the 4th of February. Meanwhile, at the ATP World Tour Finals in London, Croatia's Mate Pavic and Oliver Marach of Austria beat brothers Bob and Mike Bryan of the United States 6-4, 6-4 in the third round of play in the Woodbridge-Woodford Group today. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Fog and some light rain is expected in the interior in the first half of the day. There will be some snow at higher elevations. This will give way to partly sunny skies in the afternoon. The coast will see partly sunny skies in the morning, predominantly sunny in the afternoon. There will be a moderate to strong northeasterly on the Adriatic with gale-force gusts at the foot of the Velebit Mountain in the morning. Morning lows of 0 to 5 degrees Celsius inland, 7 to 13 on the coast, will give way to highs of 4 to 9 degrees in the interior, 13 to 18 on the Adriatic. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for cooler weather with variable cloud cover on Sunday, predominantly sunny skies on Monday, and a new wave of cloud cover moving in on Tuesday. Sunday and Tuesday will see some light rain. The coast will see variable cloud cover on Sunday with some isolated showers. Northeasterly and northerly winds will bring clear skies on Monday, followed by increased cloud cover on Tuesday, when there could be some light rain on the northern Adriatic. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.